Hello, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about rondos. So what we're going to do first is we're going to look at a quick video where I'm going to add a few other instructions of what a rondo is. This is a great video that I found online. I'm going to tag the creator on the comments, so go watch the complete thing. We're not going to watch it all. It's a 7-minute video. We're only going to watch the beginning to get us an idea of what a rondo is. And then after that, we're going to watch a video I created. We're actually gonna see a rondo in a real game and break it down into the individual aspects of what I want you to look at as a player, and of course, so you guys can see it in an actual field, real game, and all the aspects that we go over practice. So let's jump straight into the video, and here we go. Top 6 rondos.
In the next 7 minutes, you'll see 6 of the best rondos to use with your team. They range from a simple 4v1 setup to more complex exercises, which will keep your players engaged and ultimately challenged. If you want your team to be comfortable and competent in possession, keep watching.
Oh, first one's the Barcelona one.
While the 4v1 rondo is a basic
We do
exercise,
this a lot,
it
right?
shouldn't be looked
So I'm
down
gonna
on.
pause it real quick. So we do this type of rondo a lot in practice. 4v1, we make sure that we have very direct set of lines, right? I put cones for you guys. You guys stay in your perspective or in your individual line. You can move up and down and keep away, right? So a rondo in short is just a keep away, making sure that you can keep that ball away from the defender, which is that middle player. So let's
It's
watch.
appropriate for all levels of play. There's lots of variations to it, and it's one of the best ways to improve the first touch of your players,
There's on the
as
left
well
an
as their decision
example.
making when under
We
pressure
do
from
that
an
a
opponent.
lot.
You can vary the size of the space, with a 4-yard square being the smallest. Yards and meters are roughly the same, by the way, for the purposes of this video.
Now, as a player in a rondo, the wider the space, that means that you're still practicing. You're trying to get used to this rondo. I tell you guys a lot that when you receive a rondo, I want to make sure that you guys try to utilize first the receiving, then touch it out into a pass. If you're a more advanced player, that's when you can do one touch passes. What I see a lot in young players, though, is that you try to do a one touch when your skill's not necessarily there yet, and you consistently make a pass or an error when trying to send the ball to your teammate. So it's very, very important that you first get used to controlling, then passing, and then much later, as you advance in skill, as you advance in age, then we're going to transition into one touch passes.
And then a 10-yard square probably being as big as you'd want to go. As well as the size of the space, manipulating the number of touches players are allowed can vastly change how the exercise operates.
They're doing it
There are
really
1 and
fast
2
because
touch
they're
options,
very
as
advanced
well as a
players.
mandatory 2-touch option,
They're
which
older.
really
They're
forces
much
the players
older.
to pass the ball
So
firmer.
a lot of one touches. But this is a rondo
Pause
in
here
essence.
to view the variations and key concepts.
The rondo's a keep away. That's all it is. This is another variation.
The
This is the
3v1
only other
rondo
one
is
we're going to
another basic
look.
exercise, just like the 4v1 rondo. But again, it's massively beneficial if done with the correct intensity.
And we do this as well a lot. It's a much larger box. You have to stay within the box instead of staying outside of it like the 4v1. And it's a 3v1. And once again, as soon as that defender grabs it, a lot of times I have you guys shoot at goal, because the more advanced version is you recover, you pass it out to another player, and you just keep that rondo going and going.
Focus and quality. Like the 4v1,
but this
there's
is
lots
harder.
of variations to the 3v1 rondo, and because you have one less player, your passing options are more limited, which makes it more challenging.
It is a lot
Again,
more challenging.
It really
rondo
is one of the best ways to improve the first touch of your players.
In this video, though, you can see a lot of first touch passing. And once again, if you're an advanced player, perfectly fine. But if you are not, if you're still in the process of getting used to a rondo, I need you to control the ball first and then pass it out.
At grassroots level, as well as improving player decision making under pressure.
There's lots of movement.
You can vary the size of the space, with a 4-yard square being the smallest, and then a 10-yard square probably being as big as you'd want or need to go.
So now we know what a rondo is, right? We're going to jump straight into the video that I have created. Now that right there, let me prop it up. Here we go. So this is a video I have created where we're going to break down a rondo inside of an actual game scenario. My example, as of the making of this video, is the best female team in the planet, which is the Barcelona female squad. So we're going to see how they utilize the rondo to break apart the defense and either get onto space, empty space, or create offensive opportunities. So we're going to watch the clip first, and then we're going to break it down. Here's the first one. So right there, we did see a rondo, but let's start breaking it down. Right here on this scenario, we have a 4v3 rondo happening with the Barcelona players. The Barcelona players are in yellow. Alrighty, so if you guys pay attention to this, you have 1, follow my mouse, 2, 3 on the corner up here, not moving, and then 4. And from the black players, you have 1, 2, 3. So in essence, is this box right here, 4v3 rondo. So right off the bat, the Barcelona team is on their half, they're on their court, they're forming a rondo, positioning themselves in that box formation in order to try and get out of this press that the black team is doing. So we're going to continue the video slightly, just so you guys can see how they move the ball, right? So she's going to go right here. She turned her back to the field. So she only naturally has one option. She can do a pullback, but then number 10's going to get her. Never turn towards the middle when you're defending. So very smartly, number 4 is going to pass to pretty much her only option, which is sitting right there at the corner, and she receives the ball. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to number 12, because this right here is a 2v1, right? In a 2v1 scenario, whenever you see your teammate get pressed in this matter, you have to create a split. So when you create a split, number 12, if she's going to do a split correctly, she's going to move slightly to the left in order to create that split opportunity for her teammate. It's very important, if you are off the ball, that you recognize this type of presses and you move in order to create that split opportunity. So once again, moving slightly to the left in order for that pass to come straight down the middle in between the defender. Let's see if she does it. So, right? So she did it. Let's play that again. Right there, straight down the middle. Perfect passing. Now, number 10 receives, and number 10 has several options, right? She has the ball. I want you guys to remember the 4v3 scenario, because it's still going on once I jump back to this next image, right? It's 1, follow my mouse, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3. She knows it's a 4v3. She's a pro. She's completely aware of it. Now, I want you guys to think about this next moment. Where is she going to pass it? Is she going to go to 1, 2, or 3? Take a moment to decide who she's going to give the ball to. 1, 2, or 3. Play it. That area right there, 1, 2, or 3. Lock in your answer. And she went to the 1. The 1 was, if you guys see this, 2 is covered and 3 is covered by this player. 1 is technically the only option. We go over this a lot, that I tell you guys that in a rondo, the defenders tell you where to pass it. It is extremely important that you're looking at the defenders and aware of where your teammates are, because that defense is gonna tell you. The defense told her, pass it to your left, and that is exactly what she does. Now, this player right here has the ball completely alone because she was the right answer. If you decided number one, great job. You are most definitely aware of what to do inside of a rondo. As you guys can tell, now Barcelona exits, and look at this space that they're working with, right? They use the rondo properly, they open up to space, and now look at the difference. It was a 4v3 on the left side of the field, and on the right side of the field is a 4b nothing, right? That is that is the advantages that a rondo can create when you have that 1, 2, 3, 4 box. You're moving the ball, you're creating this type of movement right here. So not only did they come out to space, now they have room to breathe. But notice that the Barcelona players, they're getting themselves in rondo opportunities. 1, 2, 3, 4 players creating a box where potentially if this black player right here goes towards the ball, it's gonna be a 4v1 scenario. And for a pro team, a 4v1 scenario is always an advantage. So I don't want you guys to only think about the rondo and how to execute it, but also be aware to put yourself in a rondo situation inside of a game in order to exit pressure and come up to empty field. Very, very important. Once again, put yourself in those boxes and be completely aware of what's going on. So right here, Barcelona is pretty much gonna touch out, and they're gonna be completely fine going through that right side of the field. We're gonna watch one more, and that's gonna be it for the video. So please pay attention to this last one, because this clip is a way more advanced rondo being executed by Barcelona, which we're gonna watch the clip first, and then I'm gonna break it down for you guys. So here we go, 3v2. He actually messes up right there, but recovers. 3v2 again. What a pass. What a pass once again. Through pass that turns into an offensive option. So now let's break it down the rondo. First, the 3v2, right? We have a triangle. We've done 3v1s. 3v2 clearly is a much more advanced rondo that they're gonna be able to execute. But I'm first gonna point out how the Barcelona player actually messes up, and then the recovery by her teammates. So we're gonna continue down. We're gonna go through the pass to the number 2 in this video. Now watch as number 7 is immediately as the ball comes up, she's making a run because she is aware, right? In practice, in training, the rondos are stationary. But inside of a game, you have to turn those rondos into offense. How do you turn a rondo into an offensive play? You move into space, right? So number 7 is moving into space, and number 14 can split the defenders. Once again, a split opportunity because she's there, making sure she's in that split position, or she can go in and do a through pass. Which option is she gonna take? We already saw it. That instead of making a pass, she makes a move into space, which is to her left. Right here, this is okay so far, but watch the next touch that she does on the ball. Boom. Look at all that space. The touch was way too heavy, and she's now going to be in danger of losing the ball against that white player because of the amount of force that she put in, right? So right there, that's actually the wrong decision. If you guys were in this scenario, I will want you guys to either pass it through the right as a through pass or split the defender so your attacker can make a play. But we'll of course continue and see what happens. Ball comes in. Boom, pausing. We're gonna do this without any arrows because I want you guys to start seeing the boxes inside of the field. So she receives the ball immediately, a first pass, passes it back, and now watch this. All right? I want you to pay attention to this player right here. This player is reacting to the play, right? A rondo inside of a game is the purpose where you're moving the ball around in order to transition into space. So this player right here, you guys see this giant space in the middle? This player is recognizing it, And I'm gonna rewind the video. Please pay attention to this player right here at all times. She's right here. Keep watching her. Keep watching her. She's watching. She's watching. She's watching. Boom. Right? As soon as she sees the opportunity, she is gone into space. Ball comes to her. And once again, number 7 is watching, is watching. If they do this right, they're going to do a through pass into space. Poof. Right? Did she pass it to her player? She passed it to space, which we've also covered in practice, but we're of course gonna work on it a lot more. And once again, a rondo, when you do it in practice, is quite stationary. But once you go on the field, the purpose of it is to go into that space generated on the field. Barcelona does a great job at making sure that they're utilizing the rondo to get out of pressure situations and then create this through pass inside the box that will end up in a box in a cross. Pardon me. Now she has 1, 2, 3 potential targets, and number 14, that's a reset. A reset is every time you pass it to the back, you're resetting the play in order to try and create an offensive opportunity once again. But ladies and gentlemen, watching players, please be aware that practicing your rondos and thinking about them is crucial for you guys to be able to execute this type of football inside of the field. Because not only is a rondo gonna be able to teach you how to pass, how to move, awareness with the ball, without the ball. The only thing rondo doesn't teach is shooting. But in the world of football, the rondo teaches absolutely everything else but kicking. And inside of the field, now that you guys are seeing it work within, the best female team in the world, you guys can see that a rondo takes you out of pressure into space and when you're trying to, come out of your box. But when you're playing offense, it also takes you from pressure to an offensive opportunity. If you're making sure to make those runs into space, you have to be able to recognize when your teammates are doing. Please think about this. Go watch a few more videos on rondos if you're interested. Talk to me in the comments. Talk to me in practice if you have questions, and I'll be happy to break it down. Pardon me, a lot more. So once again, this has been Coach Chris. I'll see you guys on the next one.